And that country has been in existence for ages. Here we are, in the last 2 years, we're already 700 lawyers registered without much publicity. It's quite intimidation. The other day, some people went to report the matter to the police. There are some lawyers were having an association. They went and started disturbing the ED, the former ED, the Jaja, and who have you. But again, when they saw the judgment, they went back and said, no go area. Some even went to NCC. NCC, yes, Nigerian no, not NCC, NCC. Nigerian Communications Commission, telling them to pull down NLS from the ICT infrastructure. When they saw it, they said, no, go and get court order. Why can't they get the court order? They can't get it. They can't get it. We believe in the justice system and the judicial system in Nigeria. We have upright judges at all levels. So we are confident that with time, the truth will be told. Look at the Universal Declaration on Human Rights. Look at the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. Look at the Constitution, which provides for liberty and right to form associations. Once you are not doing anything illegal or fraudulent, you have the right to meet, even under the tree, without an office. After all, we have an appropriate and corporate office at Otago for Nigerian law society. So I think we are good to go, and we're growing in every aspect of what we desire to do. We are not in competition with MBA. We are all members of MBA, but time will come what the profession will want us to do, whether you will seek to belong to only one out of the two or both. MBA has not spoken. We have not spoken. And we built MBA to where it is, and the records are there. We want MBA to grow. The only thing is that MBA is the elder brother, NLS is the younger brother. That is how it should be. You go to Ukraine, you have the Law Society, you have the Bar Association. Go to nearby Sierra Leone. I don't even know what is the total number of people, what is the total number of lawyers in Sierra Leone. Just recently, a month ago, they started Law Society, in addition to the Bar Association. Go to Gambia, 2 million in population. They already have the two. Nigeria is the most populated, less than 500. Nigeria is the most populated country on the African soil. Then there is monopoly. Monopoly must be rejected by everybody in every sector. We have sectoral laws against monopoly, even in Nigeria. Go to South Africa. They have 9 bar associations. Professional lawyers associations is 9. Google straight away. Google right now. Just take your answer and Google how many bar associations in South Africa. You will see about 9. They just had the 9th one. So we are not intimidated. We can't be wrong on this. The judiciary in this country has confirmed so far so good. So we are happy with what we are doing. We must respect our, and in fact, let me even say this. The chairman of the board of trustees of MBA, without doubting, you see, we have good people in this country. We must appreciate them. In his 70s, what does he want? Just to do the right thing. Nobody talked to him. On his own, in preparation, the plot. 2 years ago, NLS was that's the chairman of MBA, Police Abokawa. That's why his name is on the list as an awardee. We have good people in this country. The same thing with Aswaji Adeboye, SAN, the immediate past chairman of Body of Ventures. He said, NLS must exist. He published it in these days. Who else remains? If the people chairman of MBA, current, the immediate past chairman of the Body of Ventures, which is the body with the highest distinction in the legal profession in Nigeria, says so, who else remains? We just need to go and brief the elders in the judiciary from the top down the ladder that this is what we are doing, and we mean well. What are we trying to do here? Promote rule of law, promote democracy, promote liberty, human rights activism, public interest litigation and lawyering, constitutionalism. Many of us have been tried and tested in life, both professionally and privately. And we have people behind us. senior and young lawyers, we just want to take it easy because we are law abiding and we mean well and we want to be friendly. And we must discipline ourselves. We must listen to the elders. We must comply with the rules and regulations. And we must call a spade a spade. We should not call a spade a shovel or a spade a hoe. Call it a spade if it is a spade and tell the truth and be afraid and revere your creator. Nobody lives forever. It is the examples you show that will speak for you as your legacy. So this is what we stand for. So we're on the right track. We are courageous. There's no going back. Yes, we don't know what, even if we can't go further than this, there is no going back at all. We mean them.
Thank you, Chief Jacob Gazama, for that comment. It is a comment made by me and Chief Jacob Gazama. I just meant to enlighten us, create awareness, and encourage us. Let me not forget to recognize many of you here who were part of some of the struggles. I will take your indulgence to recognize one who did some of the cases, filed some actions in the court pro bono. We need to recognize hard work, we need to recognize bravery. He has never asked that he should be paid, but because he has a passion, he had helped in several ways. And that person is no other person than Kingdom for Caring. I'd like to thank you for putting up the fight. You were not on the ESCO, you are not an appointee, but because you believe in the rule of law, you stood firm in taking up some of our matters in court pro bono. We thank you very much. Thank you. So, any more comments on the two reports? Otherwise, we proceed to the third. Okay.
What I'm saying, because of what you said. Yes, sir. The chairman and national executive is seniors. I just want to add briefly, based on what our leader mentor, Dike Azawa, have said about the NLS. The most important one to me, is also his own agenda. While he was making presentation, I think he omitted it. The welfare of Nigerian lawyers. Oh, yeah. The welfare. Public interest litigation. I have done a lot of public interest litigation in this country. Somehow, hard work maybe it's not recognized or it's difficult to recognize. But the Code of Conduct Peru was in comatose upon the inception of the Buhari administration because the previous AG did a memo to Jonathan, confused what is expressly stated in the constitution, that is the chairman and 9 members of the Code of Conduct Peru for 5 years. And they now said that they were going to retire upon when they are 70 years. And did a lot of confusion. I took that matter. I met the secretary and some agreed members of that at the National Assembly and we went for a public hearing. And after they presented their own case, their own matter came before us. I listened to what they were discussing. Before our own matter came up, I collected them, and the rest is history. We filed the matter in the Federal High Court, and we got judgment, and we removed Saba and the members that were illegally in office. They perpetrated themselves and said that we are retiring when they are 70 years old. And that's not what the constitution says. And we got judgment from the Federal High Court and wrote to the presidency, and it was implemented, and they were removed. Several public interest cases. Jehoshua has crippled the health center. The court intervened, and the industrial court granted on the hand. All the health workers nationwide, like 4 or 5 years ago. And so, matter of public interest, we're doing it and we'll continue to do it. But then, from what I listened to my mentor, I think the NLS In addition to all this, the welfare of lawyers, which the LBA over the years has failed, woefully, because the same NBA that has now appealed the judgment against the registration of NLS, the same NBA that co-opted the Registrar General of CSE as its national ESCO member, they were all seated docile. And the Company and Other Matters Act was amended and removed the little job young lawyers were doing from that. Considering filings and the CSE and registration of companies, it used to be a thing of right that as you have been called to buy, the following morning you go to CSE and get the accreditation. So that your family members and friends can give you brief. You can do finance and sustain yourself. Because nobody can pay a lawyer what is commensurate. No law firm in Nigeria can pay a young lawyer what is commensurate to survive today. I don't see any kind of that. They're going to pay 300,000. How much do you spend in a day? So you see that a young lawyer, from the time you are called to bar, you are already independent and you can do certain things for your own and your mind. So that used to be the hope of young lawyers. As soon as you are called to bar, the first thing you do is to get your CSE accreditation. NBA sat closer. CSE sat closer, and this job has been removed from us. Instead of NBA to be collaborating with agencies of the federal government and the National Assembly to even create more jobs. And just 2 weeks ago, they called more than 5,000 to buy. By next year, more than 5,000 to buy. Every day, like you said, this country is hugely populated. We are having almost 200,000 lawyers now. And you want us to have a monopoly of one association that is only primarily concerned with practicing fee. Because it is compulsory that you must pay before the 31st of March every day. So their plan between the 31st of March this year and the 31st of March next year is to retire the practicing fee for that year, because by next year people start paying again. What is proposed? Then by April, May, they start planning conference. You pay conference, which about to attend conference. They only give you apartment bags. Meanwhile, the states that are sponsoring, that are hosting the conferences, we still sponsor. Senior lawyers we still sponsor. Yet you also make to pay good amount to attend conferences. And so you find that over the years, MBA is just primarily concerned with practicing fee. We must retire it for the next year, because by compulsion, another practicing fee will pay the next year. Conference fee, we must retire it so that by next year, another conference, just what we are primarily concerned about. They are not thinking, how do we collaborate with the National Assembly and make our status to create more jobs for young lawyers? I'm not talking about myself. I personally know that lawyers are being called to every year. So I am believing and hoping that NLS, by the time the battle is over, and even before the battle is over, will be primarily concerned with the welfare of lawyers in Nigeria. Thank you. I thank God that we acknowledge your contribution before you spoke.
So can we have the third and last report of the election committee? Dr. Eze Ugochi. Give her the microphone. Okay, there's a microphone. Just to present you the report. Dr. Ugochi Eze is the secretary of the electoral committee appointed by NEC. I validly conveyed meeting of the national officers and the promoters. So you may wish to. Okay. She's one of our very staunch members that live off the shore. She's resident in New York, called to the bar in 1985 in Nigeria. So she's a she's a legal practitioner within the meaning of the Legal Practitioners Act. And also called to bar in New York, in the state of New York. So she belongs to multiple bars, and she has been very, very supportive. Very, very supportive to our cause. She has presented the bars, and you will hear more of her stuff tomorrow morning.
Yes, I will. Standing on all existing protocol, I hereby read the report of the Electoral Committee, the Nigerian Law Society, presented this day, the 23rd of July, at the annual general meeting. By virtue of section 11, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Nigerian Law Society, the National Executive Council shall establish an electoral committee comprising of a minimum of 3 and a maximum of 5 electoral officers appointed by the National Executive Committee at its meeting held in the first quarter of the election year to conduct elections into national offices. However, the Electoral Committee was set up on the 10th of May 2025 and at the NLS General Meeting of the 19th of May 2025 and 19th of June 2025, 3 additional members were appointed following Mr. Cheju Adigon's declination of his appointment as a member of the Electoral Committee on the 12th of May 2025. Membership of the said Electoral Committee consists of Chairman Mr. Kume Abumba San, Dr. Tony Clinton Jaja, Alternative Chairman, myself, Dr. Goji Eze, Secretary, Mr. Bayo Akinlade, Member, and Mr. Chidara Zimbabwe, Member. Guidelines for the said elections were issued and a call for nomination was made for the registered members of the NLS to submit nomination forms for the following positions in line with section 9, verse 2 of the NLS Constitution. The President, First Vice President, Second Vice President, the General Secretary, the Assistant General Secretary, the Treasurer, the Welfare Secretary, the Publicity Secretary, the Assistant Publicity Secretary. At the close of the said period of nomination, the following contestants submitted nomination forms in the following respective elective positions. 1. President, Dr. Arima Ori, Chief Mela Aldu Ngomsan, the First Vice President of North, Mr. Abdul Kadir Sadi, Mr. Nuruddin Umar Shehu. The second Vice President South, Mr. Oluwa Kayode Adeyemi. General Secretary, Mr. Timothy Tekshu Ahu. Mr. Alusope Oju. Assistant General Secretary, Mrs. Alice Agota Awunube. Treasurer, Mrs. Ferguson Chioma Blessing. Welfare Secretary, Ms. Jess Williams Amuga. And Publicity Secretary, Dr. Lillian Shape. As for the position of Assistant Publicity Secretary, there were no nominations. It is noteworthy that one Osakile Oluwade Thomas submitted nomination for the position of a Financial Secretary, but this position is not provided for in the NLS Constitution. The submitted nominations forms were screened and the following are the outcomes. President, Chief Mela Adunoge, he met the requirements and is hereby qualified. Dr. Arima Ori, President, the nominator is yet to be called to the Nigerian Bar, and the name is not on the list of the registered members, so there are no supporting documents attached to the nomination form. Hereby she's disqualified. Mr. Abdul Kadir Sani, the first Vice President North, he met the said requirements and he is indeed qualified. Mr. Nuruddin Umar Shehu, the first Vice President North, the nominator is yet to be called to the Nigerian Bar and the name is not on the list of registered members. There are no supporting documents attached to the nomination form. Is hereby disqualified. Mr. Oluwa Kayode Adeyemi, second Vice President South, the nominator is yet to be called to the Nigerian Bar and the name is not on the list of the registered members. There are no supporting documents attached to the nomination form and is hereby disqualified. Mr. Timothy Teshu Aha, General Secretary, nominator's name is not on the list of registered members and is hereby disqualified. Mr. Alusapo Oji, General Secretary, he met the requirements and he is indeed qualified. Mrs. Alice Ogatu Wunobe, Assistant General Secretary, met the requirements and is duly qualified. Mrs. Chioma Blessing, the Treasury, met the requirements and is hereby qualified. Ms. Jess Williams Amuga, Welfare Secretary, did not meet the requirements because she is not a registered member of NLS and is yet to be called to the bar. There are no supporting certificates attached to the form and she's hereby disqualified. Dr. Lillian Uche, Publicity Secretary, has duly met the requirements and she's hereby qualified. There is no nomination for Assistant Publicity Secretary. The position is vacant. Mr. Osakile Oluwade Thomas, the position of Financial Secretary, there are, as I said at the outset, no provision for this position in the NLS Constitution and is therefore void. I hereby submit a motion on the adoption of necessity as deemed fit that the Electoral Committee just set up on the 25th on May 2025 instead of March. Having set up the Electoral Committee late, proposal is therefore made to the AGM to deem the establishment of the Electoral Committee as properly established and all actions and activities undertaken towards the conduct of this election be deemed valid and effective. The non-compliance with the timeline for submission of nomination form be waived, having issued a notice to extend the said timeline, that the wrong nomenclature of the position of Vice President North and Vice President South be deemed to be first Vice President and second Vice President in line with the provision of the NLS Constitution. And finally, the Electoral Appeal Committee be set and be deemed properly set up before the election is conducted. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Eze Oji. I think do three things quickly. She has presented the report. In the report, she has also raised a motion. Proposed a motion. Two motions, I think. One for the recommendations. She has made recommendations by way of motions. Yes. So can we adopt this report? And we have somebody move that this report be adopted. Doctor, thank you very much for the presentation. Let us round up the process before you sit down. So can we have someone move that this report be adopted? You don't want to adopt the report? Yes. Yes, Mohammed Mokono.
No, behind me.
Okay, it's behind you. Sorry, I couldn't see you. Yes. Say your name.
Move for the motion to electoral reports.
Thank you, Fatima. Who seconds Fatima? Who seconds?
I had to second the motion.
I.
Then the motion.
Yeah, prayers indeed.
Then the prayers, yes.
Then the motion for the prayers too. Now.
Yes,
And
yes.
that's the next.
That's why I said we have three things to do. First, we have adopted the report. Then she has made one that
I think, let me say, I think she moved one motion with 3 items. Okay. So was it one motion?
let me say, if I'm wrong, everybody can correct it. Let's say it over.
I understand.
What she said, and besides, she's still.
She can leave now.
Yes, the first motion she is for us to deem this report and as presented as based on the doctrine of necessity as having complied with all the electoral laws. The second motion she prayed for is that an appeal
I think that we again.
I don't. Well, your prayers. Instead of going forward about. Yes. But if it is a prayer and somebody needs to say, the person needs to understand the content. That is why we are trying to.
But not sorry. This all over again because he has done it. She raised a prayer based on the doctrine of necessity. And in that motion, she's asking that four prayers be granted her. And that's what she said in the report. So what we need now is for one motion that would accept the prayer that she has asked. Yes, she has to use second. She has to. Okay, may I second the secretary of the electoral committee as ably moved by her. Thank you, Chair. My name is Peter Akwe. That's a point of order. Yes.
Point of orders. Rather than that, the NLS moves the motion. The committee chair presented the report and made recommendations. The committee cannot be making motion. Can only make recommendations to the general meeting.
Okay, for deliberation. So somebody can move
Move the motion.
Convert your secondment to a substantive motion so that we can look for some second motion.
I do.
Rob,
I second.
let's move. That's the paraphrase.
I was trying to get a copy of the but okay.
Move it up, sir.
Yes, my name is Peter Abel. I most humbly move a motion as per in terms of vote and the prayer.
All the four.
All the prayers.
Thank you. Who seconds
I
this?
do second, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It means that
No,
it's DRS. Mohammed Manguno seconds the motion. So, Doctor, thank you. We appreciate your contribution. Let's cross this bridge now and then hand over to you. So the motion has been seconded. What it means is that there is now any counter motion, no counter motion. For the records, no counter motion. So, having passed this motion to dissolve the president executive, so that the coast will be clear for the electoral committee to come forth and conduct the elections as per the report that has been presented and has been approved by this agent. Okay, before we take that motion, we just want to recognize those who are joining online. We have online Abiodun online. Thank you for attending. Jerry Musa, thank you for attending. Some of them are here. Joe Kerry here. Kinda, thank you for attending. Legal Resource Law Office, thank you for attending. Nafiu Omar, thank you for attending. Olubenga Akin thank you for attending. Teju Mola Atigun, thank you for attending. So can we have a motion to dissolve so that we're appointed as a pro tem ESCO by nomenclature? The motion seeking to dissolve them will set the stage for conducted election for the incoming ESCO. Any motion? Sheriff Musa, give me the microphone.
Mr. President, referring to you, the president, for the last time, and perhaps also have Mr. President, immediately after that. My name is Hassan Olalekan Sherif. May I humbly move the motion for dissolving the present ESCO, same ESCO, at this third annual General Conference 2025 Triennial General Assembly, held being the 23rd of July 2020. I'm grateful, sir.
Thank you. Any seconder? Sharif, any seconder? Any seconder?
They want you to stay in. I second.
Okay, Mohammed Manguno seconds the motion. So the motion heavily moved by Sharif and seconded by Manguno. This pro tem ESCO has become
Sit down.
Yes, sir. Why is needed?
That are qualified, unopposed, or I don't think there is even any other option. So we would have to, someone will have.
It is clear that from the report presented and adopted by this August budget that all the offices that are in contest so far, save for those that no nominations have been filed, all the other candidates have been returned unopposed. I think to that extent, there will be no need for us to go through the ceremony of elections. So I'll be moving the motion. My name is Stephen Abba, that the ELCOM should exercise its powers to declare and return all the candidates that have been qualified unopposed as duly elected. I so move. Thank you.
I, Okereke of Council, stand to support the motion that all the eligible offices having only so candidates of them, that this electoral committee should exercise its power and declare all the offices as duly contested or opposed, and all of them returned elected. I so second.
Thank you.
I hereby announce the following names and positions. Chief Mele Abdul Ngo, President. Mr. Abdul Kadir Sani,
First Vice
President North. Mr. Olosafa Ojo, General Secretary. Regarding Mrs. Alice, Awungo's is a vacant position. Mrs. Alice, qualified Assistant Secretary General. Mrs. Chioma Blessing Ferguson, qualified Treasurer. Dr. Lillian Uche, Publicity Secretary. I hereby congratulate all of you. Thank you.
Having concluded the election as it were, the next thing is to have them sworn in by a notary public. Do we have any notary public in our midst?
People are not humble now. Try and be humble. Just thank you.
Mr. Olasupo Ojo, we need you here, please. Mrs. Alice Ogaku, we need you here, please. Mrs. Chioma Blessing Ferguson, we need you here, please. And Dr. Lillian Uche, we need you here, please. So please, after the swearing in, you ensure that your acceptance speech does not take more than 1 minute or a minute and a half, so that we can save the time that is already spent. So we await our.
Look at us here, please, for the follow ups. No, that order, sir. You may standing until you know the recovery.
Republic economist is the only notary public that is qualified to swear in the newly elected officers in the person of Mr. Mohammed Munguno. Please, sir, may we.
Well, let me.
Wait, after 3 years. Okay. Wait, after 3 years. Yes, sir.
Please repeat after me. When I say I, you mention your name. Yes. I. Right hand. I. Do solemnly swear. That I will bear true allegiance. Nigerian Law Society. And discharge my duties faithfully. In accordance with the Nigerian Law Society Constitution. Always in the best interest. Integrity. And well-being of the chapters. Association. That I will not allow my personal interest. Influence my actions. And I will strive in all circumstances. Defend the ethics of the profession. The rule of law. And the independence of the bar. So help me God. Thank you. That's my time. I will now sign off after
Congratulations once again, gentlemen and ladies. You may take the podium. Thank you. It is also important to highlight the fact that Section 8, subsection 5G of the NLS Constitution empowers the NEC, which you are, to fill the vacant positions. So, at this juncture, our job as the electoral committee is over and done with. Thank you, sirs. On behalf of the newly elected executive officers of the Nigerian Law Society, I, Mela Dunke, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, do hereby accept this election and accept to serve in accordance with our oath of office. And we also undertake to consider the vacant positions as it is in practice and bring the names as recommendations for the next club, the filling in of those vacant positions. We thank you for electing us, and we promise you that we will never do less or betray the confidence that is reposed in us. So we crave that you support us so that in this journey we take the Nigerian Law Society to greater heights. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. So I think with this, we call for a motion to adjourn this AGM. This is the end. Can we have a motion to adjourn the? Yes, I'm to announce to you that after this, after we close formally here, there is going to be a cocktail immediately after, hosted by Chief J.K. Kasama, SAN. Let me take this opportunity to thank him also for providing this place and then for hosting the cocktail. Even though I haven't seen it, I have faith in him that he cannot do less than what I've seen previously. Especially that this is a new regime. So we thank you. And then I'm to remind you that tomorrow the venue for the two event will be Top Rank Hotel. If you come from H Medics, you go to your left at the T junction, and then there are two Top Rank hotels, one on the left and one on the right. So you go to the one on the left, which is the main. As soon as you are entering the hotel, you see the door leading straight to the hall. The time is 10 o'clock, but we advise that you should be there by 9:30 so that you can network, you can connect. You never know where you meet tomorrow or what businesses you can do together, especially with the kind of country we have now. I know that the practice is, if you have a case in Maiduguri, you just prepare the papers, get a lawyer in Maiduguri to handle it. And you give the lawyer maybe your flight ticket. Isn't that good enough? Yes. The same thing a Lagos lawyer will do to an Abuja lawyer, the same thing an Abuja lawyer will do to a Lagos lawyer, the same thing a New York lawyer will do to a Nigerian lawyer, and the same thing the Nigerian lawyer will do to a New York-based lawyer. So network and connect yourselves, and then don't forget to come with the program you have.
Please recognize Dr. Silvanus Barnabas.
Okay.
From a lecturer from Nile University, has been our member.
Oh, yes.
From Abuja FCT chapter.
Okay.
Dr. Silvanus.
Dr. Silvanus, you are
Associate Professor of Law.
Yes. I hope that the next time I'll be addressing you, I will be addressing you as Prof. Thank you for coming and thank you for supporting the Nigerian Law Society. And I hope in due season we will have a law students Nigerian Law Society week in Niles by virtue of your presence. So I thank you very much. We call for a motion to adjourn this AGM, after which we collapse into the cocktail.
But before there's a short announcement.
Okay, another.
Because President was saying that this is a brand new ESCO. Like he said, the first time we had the ESCO for 1 year, that set was appointed. After 2023, 2024, ESCO, the second one was equally appointed. But this time around, it's election. And it's election for a period of 3 years. This is the first election. 3 years. This is the first time we're having election. And I believe that those 2 vacant offices, or 3, I don't know whether the motion, I think she moved the motion. Did you move a motion that they should come? If it is not there, I hope it's there. Then they should okay, because they can come. Oh, very good. Okay.
That's what I said we'll bring to the.
All right. Yes. So maybe not to neck.
Next, yes.
Yeah, not neck, not you are given the power to come and take it to neck for ratification. Then because we believe that this is a brand new National Executive Committee and that you will be up and doing, and we can see the vibrancy, the vigor, the courage, the unity, right? The freedom of the expression of freedom too on your faces. I think we're going to convert the cocktail to a barbecue. So instead of just a cocktail and standing for 30 minutes or 1 hour max, we're going to have a barbecue. And stay there on. Nobody is allowed to go until 12 midnight before it starts. So you are welcome. God bless you.
Yes, so can we have the motion to adjourn this AGM formally? Don't forget that national. So, and then we can also have another group picture.
Be outside.
Yes, that's my friend. If your name again.
Abel Gideon, sir.
Yes, please, move it.
I am Abel Gideon, move that the meeting be adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. Who seconds the motion?
I like this sheet for second motion.
Thank you, Hadiza, for moving multiple motions and support today. I think we will consider you for an award. Okay, thank you very much.
He didn't tell you.
So we go to the podium there for group photograph, and then let's go. Then we go for the barbecue. Yes, thank you. The opening prayer is some soon. Also the closing prayer. Yes, national anthem. At the start of 3. 1, 2, 3.
In brotherhood we stand. Nigeria's all our proud to sound, a sovereign honor. That's all right.
Thank you.